Welcome back to FM Storey. We began season 5 in the last episode and things went reasonably well. It was a very high scoring episode both for us and against us. We managed to make it through the qualifying of the Europa Conference League, so we made it into the league phase where we managed to draw our first game 4-4 against Skendia. Unfortunately, we were knocked out of the Scottish League Cup at the first point of asking, knocked out on penalties after a 5-5 draw after extra time with Dunfermline. But league-wise, we're currently sat in second position. We are 6 points behind Celtic, but they've played a game more than us. We're 2 points ahead of Rangers, but they've played a game less than us. And we're actually starting this episode against Rangers, so it's a big game. We are currently the only unbeaten team in the league. We've played 8, won 5, drawn 3. And as I say, there was lots of goals in the last episode, both for and against. Hopefully we've tightened things up a bit defensively. But without further ado, let's get into the action. So, this is how we're going into the game against Rangers. We've got a bit of a problem in the defensive midfield roles in that Touré and Doyle are injured. Bailey Rice, who we've got on loan, is ineligible because he's a Rangers player. So we've moved Matesh Sin back into a less than favoured position. Turnbull's playing behind the front man. But hopefully we can pick off where we left off before the international break. We won our last game 6-0 against St Johnstone. Mason Burstow got a hat-trick in the first half, so hopefully he can continue that on into this game. Right, we've got a corner, Maatsen to take it, swings it in, Elise at the near post. The perfect start away from home, and we've taken the lead in under 3 minutes. In swinger from Maatsen, Elise and Vivino make the run. Elise is unmarked, heads home in the near post, and that's a great start. Right, Kelleher goes long with a goal kick for them. Turnbull header, Babadi onto Burstow, back to Babadi. Still got it, looking for Bermudez. Turnbull, he dragged it wide. Right, a goal kick for them. They've went straight to their player. We were very deep there. Vivino blocks the pass, Turnbull out wide to Babadi, who loses out. And now they're coming on that left hand side again. But Ferguson goes down the line. Right, they're beating the pressure again. Cantwell into Ahmad. It's a great tackle getting back by Maatsen, but it just gave their player a chance. Thankfully he couldn't hit the target. Right, another corner, Maatsen with the in-swinger. Elise again at the near post, almost a carbon copy of the first, and we've doubled the lead after half an hour after being under a spell of heavy pressure from them. Bends the corner in again, the two of them went at the near post, no one marking Elise, and he powers the header home this time. Right, Babadi with a throw, Elise flicks it on, they've headed it clear, Bermudez going back to pick it up. Down the line to Babadi, who crosses, and it's easy for the keeper to come and claim. And then they've gone long. Ferguson gets his head on it, but now they're attacking down this left hand side. Ridvan gets to the byline, pulls it back to Jovic, into the box. Cantwell. We made it far too easy for them. There's no one even looking at him. Jovic, and then there's no one anywhere near Cantwell. And it's a simple finish in the end. That was a pretty decent first half, all told. 2-1 up. They did put us under heavy pressure midway through the first half. Unfortunately, they managed to pull that goal back in injury time. And it looks like we might even make a change because Bermudez looks like he's struggling. Right, so we made a change at half time. We brought Bermudez off and put on Ekatike. Right, a pretty quiet second half from that, but they're playing out from the back now. Dyer into Dia. Gaujo on the charge on the right hand side, crosses in, and Kelly somehow manages to turn that behind from Dia for a corner. Ahmad takes the corner, headed up in the air, Cantwell, and Paulinho, shot deflected wide, and another corner. Next time we've got a head to it again. Dia with an overhead kick, we've got another head to it. Can losing out on that right hand side. Paulinho into Dia. Guzman. We forced them back a bit, but now they're rebuilding again. Ahmad in behind. Squares it. And Dia, I don't know whether that was deflected or whether it was a save, but it's gone behind for a corner. Cantwell to take. Kelly comes and claims. Right, Sin. Out to Ferguson. Ball in, but only to the defender. They've then gone long. Elise forward for Ekitike. On to Shimahira. He's hit the post. Can. Were they all onside? Yes. 3-1. Don't know really what happened there. They've played it long, won the header. Elise just pumps it up in the air. Ekitike heads it down. Shimahira, first time on the volley, hits the post. And then Can's the only one that reacts. Pops it past the keeper. And that's us 3-1 up and very much against the run of play in the second half. Right, throw for them. Paulinho tried to work himself into a shooting position. It ended up falling to Ahmad, who has put the ball past Kelly. And it's 3-2. Disappointing that. I mean, Paulinho's gone a long way across the box. He's just gone side to side. And then it comes off Elise and basically Ahmad toe pokes it into the top corner. Jovic comes away with it. Cantwell now. Paulinho runs into Romeo. Can. Then down the line. Verbadi, who squares it. It goes all the way through to Ekitike. What a finish. How that ball from Babadi got all the way through there, I don't know. It's Babadi's last involvement in the game because he's about to come off. He hadn't done an awful lot in the game. But he got put away down this right hand side. Just keeps going and going. Gets to the byline and just fires a low cross in. Shimahira and the two defenders miss it. Ekitike takes his time. Comes in on that right hand side, on that right foot, and smashes it past the keeper. And that's 4-2. And there we have it, 4-2. Full time. What a result to start the episode. What a start to the season we've had. We've played 9 games in the league. We've won 6 of them, including wins over both Rangers and Celtic, both, I think, away from home. A really, really decent start to the season, and long may it continue. We've made it to the end of November, and we've got a big game coming up to end the month at home to Hibs. By and large, since the game against Rangers, things have gone pretty well. It certainly wasn't the case to begin with, because in the immediate game after the game against Rangers, we were at home to Dunfermline and got hammered 4-2. The first 2 of their goals were penalties, but we just didn't have enough about us on that day. We then went away to Hibs and put in a pretty lacklustre performance and came away with a 1-0 defeat. We then went back to Europa Conference League action with a really good performance at home to Sparta Prague, 4-1, with a hat-trick for Mason Burstow. We then came back to action in the Premiership, winning 3-2 away at Kilmarnock, but we made it a hell of a lot harder than we needed to before we snuck a 1-0 win at home against Livingston. We then travelled to Romania and came away with another comfortable win in the Europa Conference League, a 6-1 victory away from home, before we beat Dundee United 1-0 at home. And we drew 1-1 with St Johnstone. Really, we threw that game away. We were well in control of it and then didn't do anything after they equalised. And in the most recent game, we were at home to Midtjylland and just really good performance again. We beat them 5-1. So going into this game against Hibs, we're in pretty decent form. As far as the league's concerned, we are currently sat in second, but that is just because we've played 2 games more than Rangers. We are only 2 points behind Celtic, but again, we've played 2 more games than them. But things are going pretty well. Mason Burstall's up there in terms of the top scorers. Isaac Babadi's well in front in terms of the top assists. And then as far as the Conference League's concerned, we're currently sat in third. We're almost guaranteed to at least make it to the knockout playoff round. We've got 10 points from 4 games. There's only 2 teams above us in Sevilla and Vitoria Guimarães. So things are going pretty well, and now we just need to round off the month with a professional performance against Hibs. So this is the side we've picked to go into the Hibs game. We are missing a couple of key players. Samson Elise is away on international duty at the African Cup of Nations with Nigeria. So Leon King's playing in the centre of defence. And Matesh Singh scored a double in the first half of the last game against Midtjylland, then got injured, so we've had to bring David Turnbull in to play behind the front man. Right, so they're going with a 3-4-3, we're going with the 4-2-3-1. Hopefully we've got enough players in the middle of the pitch to sort this game out for ourselves. Right, Babadi with the throw, looking for burst, so it comes back to Babadi. Driving forward towards the box, back to King. Vivino out to Ferguson, back to Vivino. Ferguson. Vivino again, Geza. Looking for Bermudez on the left, crosses it, they've cut it out. Then they've made a bit of a mess of clearing that. And Geza wins it back. Maatsen down the left, looking for Bermudez. Can we get the ball in the box? Crosses it. And Turnbull's effort. Just easy for the keeper to gather. It's been cut out. Geza bringing it forward. Turnbull. Bermudez. Into Turnbull in the box. Looked like the defender impeded him, but he didn't stop him. He managed to fire it past the keeper and put us 1-0 up. Turnbull out to Bermudez, cuts inside, plays it back to Turnbull. Looks like he's about to take a shot, and the defender makes contact with him, but he stays on his feet and then just smashes it high into the net. And there we have it, half time. We've done pretty well, and then we just need to make sure that we can get another one. Just a 2-goal advantage would be much better. They do have a threat, particularly from Kerr on the right and Hoff-Melkerson through the middle. So if we can get at least a 2-goal advantage, that would calm me slightly. Tommy Doyle's come on at half-time for Geza Turi because he was struggling a bit, and this is Doyle's first action for a couple of months. Been out with an injury. Kerr back to Simic. Infield. King cuts it out onto Turnbull, who then loses out, and there's Hoff-Melkerson onto Mitrovic, back to Taylor, and there's Levitt from the edge of the box, and that was exactly why we needed another goal, because that was far too easy for them to cut us open there. There was no one anywhere near Levitt. He opens his body up and just the ball goes across him and across the keeper into that far corner. Right, so they're trying to play out from the back into Hoff-Melkerson. Right, we got half a block there, but then it's just enabled them to get in behind us. Kerr Luckily straight at Kelly with his shot. Right, not much happening since their goal. We do have a very, very tired looking team, which isn't particularly good. Matson with a corner. It somehow drops and then rebounds to Leon King. How that ball hit the ground in the middle of the box, I don't know. So Matson with the corner. It just dips. Hits the one that hits, I think, Kerr, and comes out to Leon King, who's just lashed it home with his left foot and put us back in front. Alright, Turnbull with a free kick. Goes for goal, hits the woodwork. Probably a bit ambitious to be shooting from there. Right, injury time running down here. Hopefully we should be able to hold on to this win. And there we are. Full time, 2-1. Decent win. Slightly concerned about how tired the players are getting, considering December's normally a month chock packed full of games. But we take the 3 points and we move on. And there we have it, the end of another episode. Things are going pretty well in most competitions. Obviously, we're already out of the League Cup, but we're currently sat third in the league phase of the Conference League. We're sat second in the league, although Rangers do have a number of games in hand on us. But things are going pretty well. Join us next time. December's normally a busy month of fixtures. We've got the last couple of games in the Europa Conference League phase left to go. Can we finish in the top 8 and avoid the playoff round? Also, January transfer window's coming up, and a sense that there could be some action happening in it, because we've had news items in the last couple of weeks, 2 of them to say that Mikel Arteta and Pep Guardiola have been to watch our games because they're keeping an eye on Vivinho, and I suspect that offers may be coming in January, so we may need to be signing some new centre halves, and we may be losing probably our best player at the moment. But we'll see what happens next time. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.